Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning back, come on in, beautiful people, my beautiful family, soul tribe, cosmic family, royal family. You are amazing, supreme beings of the universe, the real guardians of the galaxies. Come on in. I love y'all. Listen, we're going to dive into this energy. Of course, I just came out of meditation. My life is about meditation, prayer, laughing, art, having fun, doing yoga with cats. I'm a yoga, teacher for cats. I'm a psychic for the animals. Like, I got a lot going on outside of here, but I got this download, and I heard, she's a cold-hearted snake. Look into her eyes. Uh-oh, she's been telling lies. He's a lover boy at play. He don't play by rules. He could be a she, or she could be a it, or it could be a somebody way over there. Whatever the case, somebody is not playing by the rules. Somebody does not intend to give up anytime soon. That is what I heard. I am here to channel the message. If you are new, listen, just a real quick recap of what Spiritual Court is about, or prerequisite if this is your first meeting here. Sometimes I come off like a comical prosecutor. Sometimes the shit that goes on in Spiritual Court is only funny to one person, and that's me. And I need you to know I'm okay with that. Just a heads up, I might laugh at my own jokes. I've gone through the dark night of the soul. You might watch me go through a real quick dark night of the soul. Either way, hopefully you will take something with you that you can apply to your situation. If not, let that shit fly away temporarily, permanently, indefinitely. Sometimes, there's information that doesn't resonate right away by way of your spiritual resume. And sometimes you got to lay it down, go back and pick it up, process it, digest it, toss what you don't need, take the meat and spit out the mother freaking bones. But if it resonates, I'm not you and you're not me, but we are somehow a reflection of one another. Okay, that could have been all over the place. But listen, my best recommendation is to let it marinate. If it resonates, let it marinate. I promise you at some point, something's going to make sense. Something's going to click, be that now, later, or whenever you so see fit. So say I. That was the real quick prerequisite. Big shout out to the angels. The angels are so amazing. The way they just stand guard and protect us. And, it's beautiful. I just heard we're walking on water. And somebody's a lover boy. Somebody's a player girl. Somebody's a playgirl pimp. That's what I just heard. She's a lover girl at play. She don't play by rules. Ooh. Uh-oh. She's about to choose. And he's a lover boy at play. Somebody's a lover boy at play. Somebody's got a whole lot going on, but somehow they just can't seem to leave you alone. Those are my favorite ones. They got a whole bunch going on, whole bunch of people they could be with, but for some reason they're just obsessed with you. You're like, what about her? Go get her. Do you want me to set you up? You want me to call her for you? Listen, but they still want you. This is a greedy guy. You know, it's a very overindulgent feminine energy, okay? Yeah, karmic feminine masculine energy. They want you, but they don't have what it takes to get you because you're a spiritualist, you're tapped in. So somebody could be trying to take a crash course on spirituality. Somebody's like, I got to hurry up and be this person that I need to be for this other person. But here lies the obvious dilemma. Ma'am, sir, you should be seeking to be your better self for yourself, not nobody else. Okay. One, two, three. Buckle your shoe first. Let's start there. Somebody needs to start with buckling their shoe before they get to try to take you down and run after you. Give me more. Tell me more, universe. Most High God, creator of all things. Yeah, illegal investigation. Somebody is definitely out here watching every move that you make. These are TMZ wannabes. They're the screenshotters. They're the professional screenshotters. These are the ones that screenshot and they crop out all their personal business, all the tabs they got open on their phone, and they zoom in on you. Illegal meaning they are somewhere they need not be. Whoever they are, him, shim, it's. These are what you like to call the ops. What appears to be opposing forces, but really it's not opposing anything but itself. These people are their own opposition, strangers, fans, nosy hoes, big nose, Bigfoot. And when I mean big nose, I don't mean like face shaming by way of aesthetics, you know? I mean like Pinocchio, lion ass. So, like these are these ones, you know? You're coming out as somebody that is a warrior. Shout out to the people that read the cards backwards. Listen, shout out to the people that read the cards. Shout out to the people that read the cards. Shout out to the people that read the cards. Shout out to the people that read the cards. Shout out to the people that read the cards. Shout out to the people that read the cards. Backwards. Newcomers, sometimes we get into a little tarot ASMR. Sometimes. It just kind of depends on the time of day. That was a really good time, though, in my opinion. It felt really good to me. If that didn't apply, let it fly. Let's see what's going on spiritually. So somebody's trying to hurry up, take a crash course. How to be a good guy 101. How to be a nice lady 101. Somebody's having to start at the beginning. Illegal investigation. Maybe they're studying you to try to figure out how to be you. Oh no, they're doing black magic. Oh wow, that's so sucky, man. I was really rooting for this person. I was hoping that all this illegal investigation, screenshotting, you know, whatever they're doing, drop boxing, okay, shadow boxing with themselves, whatever this was, I was hoping that they were getting something out all of this. But it appears as though this is somebody that is studying you, unfortunately, in the hopes that they can manipulate your energy with the magician in the reverse. You're coming up as a spiritualist. Four swords in the reverse. Four swords in the reverse is like restless energy, frustration. This person could be up all night. They could be thinking about something, overthink. I mean, in order to do black magic to this capacity, especially if it's a high vibrational person, they will absolutely leave you sweating bullets. You will be overexerted. You will have to do more and more and more and more, only to realize that you've exhausted yourself of any little power that never belonged to you by way of what you were doing to channel such dark energy. Four swords in the reverse. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like something's backfired. I do. This could be like a lazy spell, sickness spell, gluttony spell, whatever. You're coming up as a certified warrior, superior warrior of your bloodline. You are over who you used to be. You are no longer that person, and your strength and your power is absolutely ascending as you are. So, something about you becoming more powerful. Maybe something's getting a little bit easier for you with the Hierophant energy. You're coming up as somebody who is educating yourself, possibly on new things. Oh, yeah. Big King of Cups energy. All right. Self love energy. Eight of Wands, something's being communicated or something needs to be communicated. Clarify illegal investigation. Oh, yeah, somebody is unhinged, honey. Two of Pentacles in the reverse with the Magician in the reverse. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I feel like Metatron has abandoned someone. You know how you say, oh, I want the scales to tip in my favor? There are no scales here. Something's already been decided, and this shit is lopsided because somebody was out here manipulating energy, or so they thought, only to find out they weren't. They were only like opposing themselves. Somebody was out here fighting up against their own shadow boxing. That's unfortunate. Okay. And in their imagining faculties, by way of which seems to be in distress, they were imagining that this energy was attaching to you when in fact it was absolutely not. It is clear. Let the court please state and or recognize that you are in the King of Cups, Hierophant energy, higher understanding, quite grounded. You are simply walking on water, quite literally. Look at the water under his feet. Can y'all see that? You're walking on water. You're floating. Float on energy. Float on. You're letting it flow. You're letting it go. Illegal investigation. Somebody is trying to throw off your confidence. You got the King of Wands in the upright. King of Wands in the upright is very astute, very powerful, very confident, knows how to talk to people, knows when to wage war and when to pull back that fire. Balanced, King of Cups. And if the fire gets a little out of hand, then he'll just put some water on it. It's that energy. And if the water gets a little too watery, he'll pull out that fire. And if all that fails, then he'll just go into the Hierophant, which is earth energy, Taurus energy, the throat chakra, communicate what needs to be communicated, Eight of Wands to the universe, and then you so mold it to be. You're a walking, breathing abracadabra. You are. You're walking, breathing Ashe. You are the living word. Oh, that's what I just heard. Clarify. Mm, This is a whole divine emperor out here. You got the emperor, king of pentacles. Somebody's coming up as all the kings. Somebody wants to communicate something to you. Divine feminine. Who's this magician in the reverse, though? The TMZ wannabes? Somebody that's heavily invested? Somebody attempted to manipulate the energy around you, divine masculine, so that a feminine wouldn't see you as the Hierophant, King of Cups, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Emperor. You never needed anybody to see you a certain way. You just are. You're just being. Yeah, you're the beloved. You're loved and you're being that. Like it's giving that kind of energy. Somebody's very invested though. What's the Pentacle? Somebody could have spent money on this. Money on the Magician in the reverse. With the Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it backfired. Somebody is not happy with whatever they paid for. They're not getting what they thought they were going to get out of this. Under some form of an illusion that you were not the warrior. Somebody should have thought again. Yeah, it's giving. If I only had a brain. Somebody apparently doesn't have a brain, but they're trying to be a manipulator of energy mentally. Somebody's not smart enough to do this. I'm going to keep it real. You got your idiot savants. You got your arrogant people, people that believe that they can control your mind only to find out that their mind is out of control with the Three of Cups in the reverse. Somebody spent money to do this. Okay, clarify the King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I can't make this up. Something about your fortune. Something about you being in alignment. Maybe you're being called to be more spiritual. Maybe you're being called to be like whatever this is. Your higher self is already certified as a spiritual warrior. Let's establish that. If nothing else, out of all of whatever the hell this is, Three of Cups in the root. Okay, you're being established by way of the universe. Okay, you've been sworn in by the universe, by the galaxies. You're part of that new earth. You got this new mind, new body, new everything, new. And somebody's like watching illegal investigation. These are the TMZ wannabes. These are the fake podcasters, the newscasters. They want to report something about you to whomever will listen. And the people that they're talking to are just like them. It's perfect. Let them. Like literally to each his own. Birds of a feather flock together. Flock your punk ass over there with all the other little TMZ wannabe, that game, whatever that. Yeah, these people found their people. That's good. But this wheel of fortune they cannot have. So the wheel is continuing to be in the upright by way of being in your favor. You got flavor, okay? And these people are sour. Somebody's sour about all your flavor and your favor. Big sun energy, big Leo energy, big radiant energy, big optimum health energy. So somebody could be watching to see if this manipulative energy is working. Let's see, how's it going? Is it working? That's the only thing that I could imagine. That somebody would be watching you so closely. Look at this person. Look at one-eyed Freddie, one-eyed Betty, bitter Bunny, bitter Becky, bitter, bitter, bitter. You just bitter. What you mad about? Where's this information going? My thing is, once they get the screenshots and all of that, what exactly do they do with the information once they get it? I don't know. But somebody is watching closely. Maybe they're screenshotting you in midair. As you walk on water, as you fly, whatever you're deciding to do by way of tapping into your supernatural powers. I don't know. What are they watching? The fool. You're taking leaps and bounds and jumping timelines and co-creating with beings in the future, the past, and the past has been changed. And some of these people never existed. You just don't need them to anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There's like, yeah, it's a reminiscent energy. I remember when. Okay. Clarify. What's going on, Holy Spirit? That was really sarcastic. That wasn't facetious. That was literal sarcasm on purpose. Yeah. Because at some point, at any point, this shit is a hoot. And that's just what it was. That was just my own 2 cents, okay? Somebody could be out here trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, trying to make $1. They're trying to make $1. You got a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody that is bitter, ugly, nasty, just a wicked, nasty person. They're materialistic. They're jealous. They're insecure. They're just all of what nobody wants to be, but they seem to be dedicated to it. Okay, so they're dedicated to this nasty energy, mind games, manipulative, abusive power. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, because they're watching to see if something has transpired, and the more they watch, the more screenshots they get. What exactly are they doing with the information now that they have it? Apparently, it is not aiding and abetting them in this dark energetic work with the Magician in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse. Somebody has lost their muchness. They're not looking too much here. They've lost it. Maybe they used to be able to whip up some shit in the kitchen by way of being a kitchen witch and have somebody in a ditch by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Times have changed. People have ascended, and nobody's showing up for this bullshit. Ace of Wands, divine intervention. So somebody's watching you. Ace of Wands, be inspired by life. Yeah, look at you. The Sun, Wheel of Fortune. You're inspired by your destiny. You're inspired by this version of yourself. Yeah, you're your own superstar. You're your own cheerleader. What's the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse, Holy Spirit? All the TMZ wannabes come to the front of the classroom. Oh, say something now or forever hold your peace. Anything that you say can and will be used against you ancestrally in cosmic court by way of the Galactic Federation, also known as the spiritual courts of heaven. And even beyond that, these are realms that are making decisions about these people that they don't even know are existing. These are high vibrational beings that have decided their fate by way of how they're moving, by way of their existence in the earth. They're not validating their existence anyway. Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Who's this Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay. King of Swords in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse. Somebody paid for some magic and they want to know what's going on. Okay, whoever this person is, they're back again. They're back at it. They won't stop. One thing is for sure and two things are for certain. This person is really dedicated to being dark. Okay. But Queen of Pentacles in the upright is usually somebody that is caring, nice, loving, okay? But clarifying the Magician, who are they really? They're in their shadow. This Five of Wands is them shadow boxing. Look at them with their own shadows. And they're angry because either you've mastered your shadows, you're well with what has happened, and somebody's angry about that. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Somebody's got money to pay for this stuff, and they absolutely, what was I going to say? They don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Man, that sucks, man. That sucks for them. Look at them. They don't plan on stopping anytime soon, though. But look, how's it going? How's that going for you? Like, really, look. How much money, how much effort, how much energy, how much time that was wasted that one could never get back. No refunds. The universe is not refunding any energy, any pentacles. You didn't put a pretty penny in somebody's hand to do some type of magic to affect somebody's destiny. And then you get online and you watch them as a TMZ wannabe and you see that they keep ascending to their highest good. Oh, man. I think I love this little life, y'all. I really like this little life. I really do. I mean that. Nine of Swords. Somebody's stressing, honey. Stressing, pressed, laid out, flattened out. They don't know what to do. Somebody could be from the South. Okay. Somebody could be running their mouth. A big mouth. A big mouth. Look at the Don Dropper of the neighborhood. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Gossip, slander. They're angry. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles. The Magician in the reverse. Yeah, this is like a phony friend, y'all. Or somebody that is like, I feel like this is somebody that is just fake. It's a bad offer. They're emotionally manipulative. Look, breadcrumber. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. But they come off like a Queen of Pentacles. That's a dangerous energy. That's like a shape-shifting type of energy, but right now somebody can't shape into a fast enough energy in order to throw you off because you already see them. You know, usually shape-shifting is like, oh, she's so nice. But now we're seeing really who you are, which means they don't have no good energy around them. If they can't shift back into the Queen of Pentacles, which ain't really real because who they really are is the Queen of Wands behind the scenes and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is all reverse. Look, manipulative, jealous, angry. They're paying for spell work. They spent a lot of money. Somebody spent a lot of money. My right hand is itching. Somebody was paying somebody, honey. Whoo! Somebody is paying somebody. My hands are itching. All that money that went out, honey, because of your power. Something about your power. Okay, yeah, they're in the Nine of Swords. They're stressed out. So they're watching you. They could be contacting their practitioner with the Eight of Wands saying, I thought you said that, the doll was going to work or they was going to feel the pain or something. Like, I thought you said that I could bind this person only to end up bound to something that they did. Yeah, Ten of Cups in a reverse. Clarify the Ten of Cups in the reverse, Holy Spirit. It's a tower. Somebody's whole life is falling apart. Little by little. Now it's moving quick and fast. The reason I say it's moving quick and fast is because look at your energy. The Sun, Wheel of Fortune, the Fool. You're not even in this energy nowhere. So if you're not in this energy and somebody's paying for this energy to attach itself to you, then it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Even a blind man could see somebody's in some shit. That shit got to stay right there. They got to sit in it, sleep with it. All that nasty energy, they got to be buried in it. Basically, it's stuck to them. And it comes back harder than what it went out. That's what a lot of these dark practitioners and people don't tell you. It's not just like, oh, they did a reversal. No, that shit hits hard. Some of these people can't even take a toothache. Some of these people bump their toe, child, and they are crying, cussing the dog out, kicking the dog. Some of these people can't take that. They can't take that level of like turning that pain into power, transmutation. They can't do that. Look, it's a tower and it's in the cups. Maybe this was supposed to be you. Maybe somebody was waiting for this tower to come with the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This is like a house in an uproar, a house turned upside down with the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the tower. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, get that shit up out of here. This is what the ancestors said. Moving right along. Moving right along. Should we sing a song? We're moving right along. Listen, we're moving right along. Here they go. They still out here. Who is this? Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you got a King of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's paying for magic. This could be two witches and a man. Or maybe two witches are paying a man. What is this? Three of Cups in the reverse. That's three people. Clarify. What's going on here, Holy Spirit? Why do we need to see this? Yeah, they're obsessed with the Queen of Cups, the devil. They tried to attach some type of entity to you. Queen of Cups energy. Oh, wow. That sucks. Something backfired. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Somebody did death magic. So maybe that's why somebody is sitting up looking real crazy with the Nine of Swords. Because you got death and the Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Sickness spell, death spell, poverty spell, tower. Something was supposed to happen suddenly. Or there's a practitioner that could have promised somebody that something was going to happen by a certain date. Like somebody could have said, give me 3 days and they'll be gone. And somebody's watching. When you got to watch to see if your magic is working, 9 times out of 10, that shit ain't working. Child, get your punk ass. Okay. I almost went there. And now I'm deciding against it. I really wanted to say, get your punk ass and go take a nap. Go night-night. Go to sleep. Somebody's like, I'm so tired. 9 of Swords. They stressed out. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Fake-ass friend. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Somebody's suffering with some type of mental illness. This is what happens when you, again, I think I mentioned this in a previous video. When you stay in that dark energy, you channeling that, and somebody's in the Hierophant, King of Cups, or Sun, child, you gonna get yo. I promise you, you're gonna end up wanting to take your life, quite literally, because it's only gonna reflect back. That's it. It's not going nowhere. This is a chosen one. It's somebody with a destiny. Look, and the divine is here. You got the Most High co-signing to you taking the leap of faith, chosen one. So whatever somebody is doing, I don't know, maybe they got a death wish at this point. There's a divine masculine out here, though, that's fine, looking good. He want to, listen, he want to come on in. He want to dive in it. And I mean, dive into your energy. And you're going to let him because his energy is high vibration. Good conversation, high vibration. Let's mesh well together. Somebody's out here that's a high level commitment. And somebody's behind the scene could be two feminines or a feminine trying to, I just heard masquerade as a masculine. So they could be trying to use his energy to affect a divine feminine, a queen of cups. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Anybody can be the queen of cups, okay? So let's see what's going on. Let's check the goddess card, y'all. Let's pull from the goddess card, okay? Then I got some other new decks here that I'm gonna pull from. We're just gonna take our time, pull back the layers. If you're just now coming into spiritual court, what's good? All is well, all is good. Everybody come on in. We've officially been sworn in by the universe. So say I, so say we. Whatever you do, known and unknown, said and unsaid, will absolutely be held against you here in spiritual court and the courts of heaven. So hold yourself accountable. Check your temperature. Check your frequency at the spiritual gate. What's the goddess trying to say? What's going on? Yeah, look, the lovers. I keep telling you. This is the lovers. Look at the goddess of love in the bag, honey. Watching two lovers. Oh, she's like, yes, more love on the planet, more love on the earth. Look at divine masculine and divine feminine, the lovers. So whoever this Queen of Wands in the reverse is, Queen of Swords in the reverse, they're all the queens in the reverse. They come up as a Queen of Pentacles, but they're not really a nice person. Somebody is like jealous. Something's backfiring. Sounds like an obsession spell that turned into a death spell that turned into I'm gonna take you and her out spell. Like, yeah, like I want her to smell. It's giving that kind of energy. Somebody is really like working overtime. Yeah, I can't make this up. Look, the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Let me tell you why this is bad for this person. The Ten of Wands in the reverse means that he, she, divine feminine masculine, you've released these burdens. And if you've released them, where do they go? Well, they got to go back to the person's back that tried to put them on your back because you're in the Four of Wands. Healthy, love, long lasting, been together for lifetimes, high vibrational intimacy, beautiful energy, Four of Wands, and the lovers. Why? Because you're in a self love energy. The goddess of love. I just heard the phoenix rising. Venus goddess, the planet Venus. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. What is that, Leo? If I'm correct. Then you got the God of Pentacles. Somebody wants to come in. There's a divine masculine that's very traditional, but it's not overbearing. You know, he feels like he's the one that needs to come and make a move. Like this man is not looking to be pursued by a feminine, although the pursuing is mutual energetically. They're pursuing each other ethereally. Energetically, they're both following each other's energy. It's given that, but somebody's very traditional. God of Pentacles. This person's got their stuff together. Yeah, here he is. Look. Ooh, the Emperor. Whoa, big divine masculine energy coming out. And look, he called judgment down. This man called down judgment. You know why? Because he's ascended to the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. He's done the work. He has control over his body, his desires, his mind, his money. He's taking good care of himself. He knows that he's an asset. So he's called down judgment and he's released his burdens. He's very much aware that there's somebody that's trying to stop him from getting new love. And he also knows that somebody's trying to attack. Yeah, that somebody's trying to attack his divine feminine. Look, Three of Pentacles in a reverse. It's a third party situation that we didn't sign up for. So it's really a two-party situation, but the third party could be two witches and a warlock. Who knows? Listen, whatever it is, it's not a good collaboration. Somebody's saying, I don't want to work with you like that. You're too stressful. You don't like yourself. Nothing's good enough for you. We tired. No, you tired and the whole situation is tired. So we're going to put that shit to rest. Three of Pentacles in the reverse is like, I don't want to work with you. You're not going to make me work with you. I don't want to be with you. You're not going to make me. Yeah, look. Divine Feminine coming out. Queen of Swords energy in the upright. Setting the boundary. Like the sword is saying, do not come nigh. I said I don't want to be with you. Take your punk ass to sleep. And when you go to sleep, wake up. Sheesh. The Indians used to believe that when you went to sleep, that was really when you were awake. That's the spirit realm talking to you. That's why we have such vivid dreams, right? The intuition. When you rest properly. Yeah, love. Daughter of Cups. You got friendship here. This is a mutual like love. This is something where it's like, it's two people. The Daughter of Cups reminds me of like a friendship. It's like being in love with your best friend, but being friends. It's a real energy. Two people showing up to be authentic. Like seriously, they've done the work. And you got some weird ass people on the outside that don't like it. Yeah, Three of Wands. Moving forward. Something about being at a distance. Something about going on a journey. Look at that. Look at that road. Look at the way she's got her back turned. She's looking ahead. There's a door there. She's closed out a cycle. There's something new down there. She's like, I don't know what that is, but I feel compelled to go that way, and I feel good about my decision. Adios, arrivederci, chunking up the deuces. It's a wrap. Three of Wands, okay? Aries energy. Moving forward. In touch with nature. That's what I just heard. Yeah, towards a new beginning. Ace of Cups. So what's at the end of that road by way of that new path, that door? It's an offer from the Most High. It's intuitively pulling you. So it's an energetic pull. I feel like this is two people that are like, again, they're not chasing, but they are pursuing a certain high frequency of which they're manifesting in the ethers, and they're attracted to one another energetically. Yeah, this is beyond a physical. This is something that is physical energetically. It's electric. Okay? Ace of Cups. You got an ex who's a lover boy at play. He doesn't play by the rules. And then you got a cold-hearted snake, feminine. And she's been telling lies. She's a lover girl at play. Somebody just wants what they can't have, but spiritually they're not up to par. Spiritually, they're just not what you want. And that's okay. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but you're somebody's tall glass of milk. Maybe it's almond milk, coconut milk, oat milk, something like that. I don't know. Maybe that was me. I don't do real milk. Not from a cow, I don't. Okay? So let's just see. Yeah, that's fine. There's a tower. Whatever this is, there's a tower. Hey, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Listen, y'all know I'm a homeschool teacher from 2 to 4. By the way, you know I do homeschool. Look, I work with the cats. I do yoga. Listen, I'm everywhere, y'all. For real. Like in real life. I go over to talk to the animal rescue people. You know, we cried. I cried yesterday with the animal rescue lady. It's just, I got a couple of different hats. Needless to say, without further ado, resuming spiritual court. If you're just now coming in, don't be shy. Say hi. Let us give you a nice warm welcome. You're not late. You're right on time, but you might want to be kind and rewind because maybe you want to see the beginning of the reading. If not, just jump on in. Some people just like to be spontaneous. Meanwhile, there's a tower. Okay, the tower is like a moment of realization. It's like an instant epiphany. It's a long overdue epiphany. Look at the way that crown is hanging off the top of that tower. Y'all see that crown? Something about the crown chakra. Something about, it's like if there was a veil over somebody's eyes, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You can see them for who they are. So somebody could have been trying to present themselves to be a certain way. Child, they reaching around and getting money taken out of their check to go pay for spell work. And they're watching to see if this happened. Illegal investigation. So somebody could be online every time you're online trying to see what's going on. Oh, that's what's up. They should be, a little bit more forthright. Don't be shy. Say hi. Yeah, here they go. They've been exposed, the moon and the reverse. I also feel like somebody was trying to block somebody's intuition, but that didn't work. This person is moving forward. You're in your north node. Yeah, the fool. You moving forward. Illusions and all. You just walking right through the illusions. Look at the fool. Okay, you moving forward. You understand alchemy. Some of you could be moving to the city. Notice the city behind her. Or you're moving out of the city. Maybe you're going towards nature. Whatever it is, it's going to be the right space in the right place at the right time with the fool. You could have made a decision around the full moon, something like that. Like new beginning. Yeah, look, the hangman. You're like putting yourself in timeout to see something from a different perspective. The hangman, in my opinion, is just as comparable as the hermit in so many ways. Because I feel like it forces you to see something from a real perspective, like having to go within and seeing reality. The illusions aren't real, right? We know that. Whatever that is only being mirrored back. Look at the backfire, the moon in the reverse and the tower. That illusion is only being mirrored back to that person. So they at some point have to wear the scarlet letter and they got to figure it out in the dark night of the soul. Meanwhile, you're taking a leap of faith. You're walking right through somebody else's nightmare, but you don't really exist. It's like they see you, they're trying to hold on to you, but you're literally just like a glitch in their matrix. It's almost like you're an intrusion. Somebody can't stop thinking about you. I wish they would. I wish they would. Yeah, look, Knight of Pentacles, whoever this person is. You got the Son of Pentacles and the Daughter of Cups. Okay, this person wants to come in with what appears to be some type of an offer. Okay, but you're in the Daughter of Swords. Yeah, you don't want this. Whatever that Knight of Pentacles energy is, I feel like it's not up to par. It's ingenuine. And when I mean up to par, your frequency is not matching with this person's frequency, but they're desperately doing their best to cloak in this energy, okay? Yeah, the goddess of the moon says to transmute and keep it pushing. Cancerian energy. Ace of Cups is also Piscean water energy, very psychic. The Tower is Aries and Scorpio energy, judgment. Okay, and the Fool. Yeah, look, you are balancing something now. You've alchemized it. You've balanced out. You're very balanced consistently. You stay balanced. Yeah, you stay balanced. Maybe this is your new spiritual contract with yourself that you're never going to be out of an imbalance or never be in an imbalance with an inability to balance. It's just not something that we see for ourselves. I love that. Six of Pentacles. It has to be equal give and take. Look at the way the scales are tipping in somebody else's favor. Okay? It's giving that. That also reminds me of mother and daughter, inner child. So some of you could be balancing out wounds deeply rooted. Yeah, that you felt while you were in the womb. You may have needed to even go back to the womb that your mother was born in to alchemize that. Okay. You may have been praying over your grandmother in the womb where your mother was being carried in that womb, and your father, like, you went deep, honey. Ace of Pentacles. You got the secrets. You got the secret sauce. Yeah, your timeline jumping has everything to do with the womb healing. That's what I just heard. Ace of Pentacles. It's a new beginning. It's a new day. It's a new dawn for you. You got the Ten of Cups and the upright. Listen, this is beautiful. This is so nice. I'm really excited for myself and I'm excited for everybody who resonates with this energy. Look at the Two of Pentacles. Life is balancing things out. Oh my God. Because you're walking in the truth. You know that you and the divine are one. There's no cheat sheet. So if somebody's watching you illegally, I don't know what they looking for. Oh, they not. Four of Cups. They sad. They missed an opportunity. But here's the thing. Being sad and continuing to do the same thing, expecting a different response, is only going to put somebody in the Nine of Swords, as we saw in the previous spread. If you're just now coming in, please be kind and rewind. That was the previous reading in this same video, okay? We've changed the cards, okay? But overall energy, somebody's in the Nine of Swords. They're watching. They're stressed out. There's a lot going on. I recommend that they stop watching. I can't make it up. Eight of Swords. Bound to something that they wanted you bound to. Illusion. Seven of Cups. Child. Better stop playing around with the devil. Somebody was out here playing around in the devil's playground, standing in line to get a slice of the devil's pie with a little taste of the devil's punch. Somebody wanted to sip from the devil's punch bowl, so shall it be. Meanwhile, you're coming out as balanced. Temperance energy, earth angel energy, very calm, very balanced. Two of Wands, very intentional, seeing what it is that you want. Beautiful energy. You are the high priestess. You're quite intuitive. Tapping in. Look at the way she's standing there, wearing that white. Look at the new moon at your feet. Whoo. You got the new moon at your feet. You got dark and light, which makes a gray. You're balanced. This is radiant. Look at the energy. It's given Obatala, the god of purity, justice, Maya energy. Whoo, child, for the Two of Cups. This is like beautiful. This is the kind of love that you just get up and you're happy because you're already in this energy by yourself. Let's just establish that. This is not something outside of you. This is something that you've cultivated and manifested within. This is why your outer world looks this way. Yeah, listen. The Four of Pentacles. Some of you are abstaining. You could be abstaining from sex, abstaining from bullshit. Hell, you might be celibate. Okay. Look at you, the alchemy. Look at this, the universe. Dancing amongst the stars. Eight of Pentacles, working with what it is that you have. This is like minding the business that pays you. You know, it pays you in joy, peace, love, money, prosperity, happiness. It pays you. It pays you with optimum health. That's some good work. That's some good spiritual work. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, something that inspires you. And you're quite protective. Look at that warrior stance, honey. Whew. Whew. Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful, radiant, Virgo energy. You communicate with the spirit world. Look at the birds. Something about nature. Some of you could be seeing butterflies, dragonflies, red birds. It's all, listen, you know what it is. You're coming out as a supreme being. You know, you got some people that say grand rising, and you got somebody that says, oh, supreme being rising. It's supreme. It's at its most optimum level, and it keeps creating more optimum levels. And on all timelines, you're optimum. What? The sun, the sun, radiant, shining, Leo energy, heart chakra on fleek. You got hermit energy. Four of Swords. Some of this has to be put to rest. So that is the reason that somebody's in the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. Why do we need to know that? I feel like we can honestly care less, but with all due respect for learning reasons and spiritual reasons and cosmic reasons and shits and giggles, we'll make it fair here in spiritual court. Sometimes, this information is very prosecuting and sometimes it's very defensive depending on how it comes out. Either way, it's going to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, you know who you are. You know what energy belongs to you. You know what energy you keep inviting in. And what you don't just simply falls away and it all burns up in the tower. So, when you're on a certain channel, tap in, Ace of Cups. I mean, this is how you get here. Everybody wants to go, but nobody really wants the instructions. So maybe this is why they're watching you. We're going to tap into it. Holy Spirit, can you please clear the energy? So let's see. We're going to dive in. I got some new cards, okay? I got new cards and I'm really excited to see what comes of these cards, okay? This is Kevin Thomas Intuitive Kev's Extra Deck. Oh, I'm so excited, y'all, for this deck. I feel like this deck is really going to it's just beautiful. I foresee beautiful readings coming from this deck. I feel like there's so many confirmations. I just feel really, really good. So let's just see what's going on. Let's put this back. Again, if you're just now coming into the chat, hey, how you doing? If this video is resonating with you already, please give it a thumbs up so that it helps the spiritual algorithms. It helps the channel grow. If you have not joined my other sister channel, Healing Lives with Positivity, 24/7, 365, 365 and 24/7, where we obsessively, compulsively, deliberately just talk about optimum health, all things healing. Now that platform is at some point, probably coming soon, going to be dedicated to lives. I will be more live over there than I will be here in spiritual court. I mean, you'll still get your regular, schedulely viewed episodes of spiritual court, or scheduled viewed, or what is it called? Regularly scheduled, something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, but over there I will be discussing uh life path numbers. Okay. So join me over there if you haven't joined me there. I think I got like 3,000 subscribers already over there. So big up to the people over there. I love you so much. I also talk a little bit about my life, dark night of the soul, things like that. If you're a member at this platform, welcome. How you doing? I love you. You already know that those readings are lit. Now that we got all that out of the way, giving people a little bit more time to come on in, let's pull from this deck. Oh my God, I love this deck already. Shout out to Intuitive Kev, man. Intuitive Kev. Intuitive Kev. He probably he just like, well, I feel like somebody calling my name. No, somebody's singing your name, sir. Thank you. Look at these cards. They're so nice. Oh, they're so crispy. Let me see. Can I get them all in my hand? So this says group association, coven and cult. Oh my God. Possibly the power of three. I knew this was going to expose it. Show us what's going on here, Holy Spirit. The collective. Oh, crowning ceremony, getting a triple crown, getting more crowns upon your crowns, activating your very powerful DNA. Come through. So I feel like, you know what I feel? I feel like this coven is kind of like studying the collective, but almost like they're like, yeah, it's weird. It's almost like we're a case study, but they're the ones that really need to be made an example out of. That's what I just heard. It's like, how you gonna study us? And your homework ain't even turned in with the universe. Your shit is sloppy. Yeah, illusionists. They're casting illusions. These are people that, come along and they try to project their illusions. Look at the damn rabbit. The rabbit is like, what the hell is going on there? What the hell is going on? It's a no. Even the rabbit has something like a sixth sense. So you got people trying to cast illusions over the collective. A charlatan, yeah, deceptive, trickster, fraudulent. This is a manipulative person. They want to manipulate the stars. But look at the stars. What does that mean? They want to manipulate your destiny. This shit is already pre-written, honey. Somebody's trying to go into the galaxies and move stars around. Is that what they're trying to do? Because you're in alignment, planetary alignment. It's a charlatan. It's a wankster. It's a miserly person. Look at their face. They're so committed. Look at his face. Look at her face. Okay. She's really like, somebody's like doing this without blinking. Somebody's really determined to get something done. People like that are quite peculiar because you think about how much they could get done if they just really like stay focused on themselves. Yeah, look, I can make this up. So you got gift in the reverse, reward, incentive, and present came up in the reverse. So somebody doesn't want the collective to get something, or this could be somebody losing their gift. Damn, we'll clarify. Let me get some more cards here. Hold up. Yeah, something about adaptability, change, adjustment. We're learning how to see this energy right off the bat. We kind of know the outcome already. Maybe that's what it is. It's already finished, y'all. Yeah, you got people that are trying to change the outcome, and it's already finished. I can't make it up. Look, empowerment. So this is us standing in our power. Ooh, I love it. You have the power. Child, I love these cards. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. What's going on? Rejection, abandonment, desertion, left behind. Child, if you don't sit your left behind ass, somebody's out here crying a river because they feel abandoned by somebody that they did magic on that doesn't want to be with them, somebody that they tried to manipulate and unalive and stop them from a new beginning, and now they're crying a river talking about they feel abandoned. Somebody's up and down. Somebody's all over the place. Rejection, abandonment. This is like some type of triggering situation. Left behind. Somebody's done this with all their lovers, and somebody said, you're not going to get away. I'm definitely going to make sure that you come back to me. That's the way it's going to be. And now that you're moving forward, they are in a nightmare because what they're thinking, they want their reality to be for you doesn't exist. Role model. So maybe they're watching you. Maybe these people from this coven, they're watching you. They're inspired by you. Damn. That's what's up. Your whole enemy is like, Yeah, look, somebody is like fake, man. This says bribe, corruption, coercion. Somebody's trying to coerce somebody and or convince somebody to do something. Pretentious, superficial, a beggart. Child, somebody needs some help. Somebody's a beggart. If they're a beggart, then they're a drunkard. Somebody's ass needs to sit there. Listen, protection. You're protected, not neglected. Look at this fool. Promiscuity, lust. Hell no. Sidewalk gang. Child. Somebody is a part of the sidewalk gang. That means somebody is picking up a hot thought, a hot pocket off the sidewalk. Some shit that's just walking around for the community available. Look. Lust, sidewalk gang, prostitute, lady of the evening, guy of the afternoon. Some of these people are freaks, y'all. They only come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Meanwhile, you're over here in this ingenuity energy, creativity, idea, and imagination. Yeah, this shit ain't lining up with you. Look at this. Somebody is really guarded, protection. Divine feminine, you could be in this energy. Yeah, because you got a soul contract with somebody. So you could feel somebody possibly attacking or trying to attack your divine masculine. And your divine masculine can feel it as well. But with protection, look at the way she's creating a ripple effect around her. Look at the circles. She's creating a force field. It's like you saying, no, we don't want it. No, no, you gotta go. And somebody's saying, well, if you don't acquit, it must fit a child. Somebody got it ass backwards. Somebody is too legit to quit, and somebody's saying if it don't fit, you must acquit. Yeah, you're in this creativity energy. So they're watching y'all. They're studying us. Wow, that is funny. I wonder what they want. We can't help them with anything. Because at the end of the day, even if somebody takes notes, they still got to go back and fix themselves. So now what? Okay, you watching? How you doing? How you doing? Somebody's like, oh my God, she had yellow flowers last time. Screenshot. Sit your punk ass. Chaos magic. Oh, this is why somebody's losing it. So somebody's quite chaotic. Somebody's losing it. Chaos magic. Somebody's got a dark cloud. Okay, yeah, they're in the dark night of the soul. This is inner chaos, y'all. This is inner combat. This is like fighting your inner self, fighting what it is that you don't want to see. Somebody could be feeling dizzy. Look at the way that's like around her head. They could be feeling dizzy. Metaphysically, when you feel dizzy, that is a form of, could be vertigo, but vertigo stems from the inability to see things the way they are. Okay, everything physical has a metaphysical reason. So shout out to, was it beautiful Louise Hay? Okay, she left a beautiful body of work. One of my favorite practitioners. I've been following her since I was 19. She is my spiritual mother. I never met her in real life, but her spirit is amazing. And she wrote a beautiful list of metaphysical reasons why the physical body goes through certain ailments. These are practitioners that have come before us, and they left their work for us to find it and piggyback off of, right? And so then we explore deeper, we explore more. But based on her studies with working with certain people, okay, metaphysically, when people are dizzy for no reason at all, there's always a reason. There's always a person, place, or thing that is the reason that's causing a physical reaction, violation of the spirit, guilt, or not wanting to see something in reality. So somebody doesn't want to admit that somebody's not coming back to them. They just keep paying for magic. They don't want to admit it. They're like, no, this is my person. And it's just not working that way. You can't make somebody be with you. You'll go crazy. Yeah, look. And somebody's a liar. Look, no, yes, maybe so. Look, long-nosed ass liar. Big Pinocchio energy. Yeah, look. And somebody's like adapting. Something about your adaptability, something about your changing, something about you readjusting your life. Yeah. So with chaos, it's like the energy that I get is somebody is like dizzy. They want to believe something is real, but it's not. It's not working out. Law and order, the authorities, court. Child, somebody's out here going through it. Corruption, bribe. Somebody could have paid somebody to do something. Okay. Something like that. Somebody's parents could be significant. Look how happy they look here. They look so happy. Celebrating somebody's birthday. Look at parents. Could be somebody's parents' birthday. Look how happy they look. If they're involved, they're crooked. Listen, God bless your parents wherever they are. Honestly, please. Somebody say, God bless my parents wherever they are. Because you are absolutely, undeniably the best version of the both of them. You did them a solid. Just by being the best version of yourself. Law and order, authorities, court situation, legal motherfucking caution, warning, danger. Somebody was told to sit their punk ass down. Somebody got the red light on something. Somebody got a yellow light, and so they started going faster, but they was really supposed to slow down. Yeah, look, poison. Somebody could have spiritually been trying to poison you or harm you or put something in your food, toxic, harmful. Somebody was told, somebody was warned by the universe, warned by your ancestors, your spirit team to not do something. Now they stuck. Look, the poison didn't do shit, but just ignite the ancient God in you. You alchemize that too. Manipulation, trickery, confusion, mind games. Look, this person was trying to play a mind game, but now they're losing. This is what happens when you try to create like this matrix of confusion against a mental giant. What's a mental giant? Somebody whose mind can't be controlled by outside forces. Somebody that goes within and knows who they are. I can't make it up. Look at you. You got a victory. Look at you crossing the finish line, not looking back. Got the sun back there. You're happy. It's a beautiful day. Got your red shorts on and your purple top. Purple represents royalty. Red represents passion. What's good? This says victory, success, and winning. What is going on? Okay. You got Virgo. Look at Virgo. Oh, I love this. I love these cards. This says Virgo. Modest and shy, meticulous, reliable, practical, diligent, intelligent, and analytical, fussy and a worrier, critical and overthinking, harsh. That's the polarity of Virgo. That's the dark side. But this came out in the upright. So you're not even going into that energy for anybody. We're all in our Virgo energy as we go into Virgo season. What? Virgo, I love you. Virgo, we're going to Virgo season. Virgo, Virgo. We're all going into Virgo season. Virgo season. Straight up and down. The element is Earth, Gaia, Kai energy. The ruling planets are Mercury. Colors are green and brown. I saw a lot of people wearing green today. Then I saw a really green lizard, like right on my screen door. I said, ooh, some money is coming. It's a whole lot of money and it's something about prosperity, y'all. Okay. Because you're focused on self love, the prosperity is just naturally going to come straight up and down. Like, honestly, it's just a part of the package deal. When you answer the call, when you're in alignment, that is section such and such or whatever part of your wheel of fortune written in the stars. While somebody's out here trying to rearrange the stars, they need to rearrange their thoughts by way of this weird ass chaotic mental illusion. Listen, the stars are in alignment. Something about prosperity. It's been coming out a lot. Yeah, you got people that were paid to do weird stuff. You got the third party situation in the reverse. What is it saying? Third wheel, the other woman or man, the third party, the third. Child, look at this fool. Listen, they should have known I was gonna break these cards down. Child, look at the third party situation, mother freaking situation. Look at the way he got his hand over here, his arm around her. She's completely oblivious. And look at him. And this shit is in the reverse. So that means that everybody's been exposed. Child, somebody wanted their cake and to eat it too. And somebody's out here looking like a fool. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. And they still trying to come for you. Child, I think you better call. Tyrone, call and tell him, come on, help you get your thing. I think you better call Tyrone. Call it. Somebody want a union with you, but you got a union coming in, and somebody got a third party situation that has gone awry. It's a disaster. It's in the reverse, and the third party is saying, I'm not tired of being the third wheel. You ain't going nowhere, Tyrone. You're not going anywhere. Where you think you going? Union. Yeah, look. Somebody was quite comfortable being a third wheel. However they could get this woman, however they could get this man, they were okay holding this position. And now that they have no position in somebody's life anymore, they said, I'll teach you. I'm going to do some type of magic of which they're all caught up in. Look at this person's mind. Look at what's going on. Brains look like mashed potatoes, spaghetti. Like, what you got going on? Look at the eyes. Huh? What? Look at the question mark. What? When? Why? Mind games. Somebody was trying to play a game, honey. Somebody didn't read the rules. Somebody didn't know the rules. Somebody didn't process. Somebody didn't give a damn about the rules. This person is negligent. They're being found guilty in spiritual court. You're coming up as a spiritualist, though, a warrior. Masculine energy, divine masculine, stability, authority, and king. Look at the divine. Why the divine masculine ain't got no clothes on? He out here feeling confident. He like, girl, I've been at the gym. Okay, divine masculine. Look at him. Put your clothes on. Got my business all out here with your fine self. Look at you. You look so good. We love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Ooh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of the divine masculine. I'm so proud of the feminine that is in balance with their divine superiority energy. Superiority, is that what I want to say? Not superiority complex. I feel like you are superior over the versions of yourself. And somebody don't want you to be that person, and they don't have no power to do so. You're too protected, okay? Yeah, masculine, stability, authority, king. Authority means somebody's taking control of their life. Yeah, look, optimism, hope, wish, and promise. Look at the fingers crossed. Got your fingers crossed, your eyes crossed, your nose crossed, your toes crossed, everything's crossed because you crossed your heart and hope to God. You already know that what you want is gonna happen. You're optimistic. You're hopeful, you're wishful, and somebody's out here playing the victim. If you don't sit your mind game trying to play the victim, stick it to the man ass energy. Somebody's out here playing the victim, crying, brokenhearted. It's the third party, the third wheel, okay? Why? Because the magic backfired. Victim, sorrow, grief, sadness. Somebody really doesn't want us to channel new energy either. That's what's so crazy. But we can see beyond it. It's okay. It's for entertainment purposes. Celestial, extraterrestrial, otherworldly being. Child, we are not even from around these here parts. We don't play these little earthly games, honey. Okay? Look at this. Look at you out of this world. Ain't nobody got time. You out of there. Look at the little spaceship. You said, ooh, it's ghetto down here. Raising kids is so ghetto. And when I mean raising kids, I mean grown ass people that won't get out your energy. Yeah, you got love coming in. Look at lover. Distant lover, 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 lover. You got lover. Somebody want to be your man. Somebody want to be your lover. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. We are getting what we deserve. All praises be to the Most High God. This is overall collective energy. You're a warrior. Listen, you're coming up with some type of angelic guidance. Look, I can't make this up. It's like the angels are giving you signs. They are with you. They're balancing out whatever weird ass energy that is that doesn't exist. Yeah, somebody wants to come in because they're in this scarcity energy. So this is a scarcity tactic. Somebody's doing magic because they what? It's not making sense. Okay, whatever this is. Yeah, you're guarded. You're secure. You're safe. You got your guards up. Mm-hmm. Child, somebody's out here trying to screenshot. Mm-mm. 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 Somebody is out here doing too much, honey. Whatever it is, they really need to stop. But we're just here to suggest. At the end of the day, everybody has to make their own decision. Clarify. You got a Gemini out here, destiny and fate, technology, and Aquarius. So this says destiny, fate, future, and good karma. Look at you. Look at us. Look at how happy we are carrying our star. Don't you love that when all is well? When you know that everything that is happening is for the best of yourself and all of humanity, that you matter, you're a part of something big. You're a part of something way bigger. You better think again. You are the living word. You are the living word collective. Careful what you speak, intentionally speaking by way of Gemini, sending us a reminder. Gemini, the sign of adaptability, versatility, communication, witty, intellectual, eloquent, youthful, and lively. Element, air, ruling planet, Mercury. Color, yellow, green, and blue. Metals, quicksilver, and mercury. Some of y'all, if you're like me, will be getting you some colloidal silver. That's really good internally to take. It keeps all the bum bitches away. You got technology, electronics, internet, and computers. Incoming call. Somebody could be trying to call you from like a fake number. Is this the scam likely group? So somebody's really out here messed up. Yeah, the magic got them messed up. Because with mind games, I feel like they don't even know what's going on. I feel like somebody paid for some spell work and somebody sitting up like, huh? Like really, somebody's really messed up. Somebody need to put the spell work down. You got Aquarius here, okay? So we're being guided to tap into our Gemini placements, our Aquarius placements, our Virgo placements. This is what the universe is showing us right now. Overall energy, divine collective. It says Aquarius, friendly, humanitarian, honest, loyal, original, inventive, independent, and intellectual. The element is air. Ruling planet is Uranus. Okay, colors blue, turquoise, and silver. The metals are aluminum and uranium. Don't you love that? So something about technology, because when I think about technology, I think about Aquarius. I think about Gemini. I think about communication. I think about the World Wide Web. I think about connecting with people all over the world. Okay, even if we're not online, you know, connecting in the ethers telepathically, you're connecting to your tribe. Yeah, I like that. So somebody's out here. They're saying they're never wrong. You got a narcissist, okay? You got a covert, malignant narcissist. Don't you love the wording? He's a narcissist. They're like, no, correction. He's a covert, malignant narcissist. You're like, oh, that's right. That's worse. There's nothing more worse than that. It's like, this is as bad as it gets. But somebody keeps getting worse. Like, get it together. Okay. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, robbery, burglary, somebody trying to take somebody's money or somebody stole something. They got to run that back, okay? Illegal investigation could also be somebody trying to hack into somebody's technology, computer, whatever. You're still coming up as a rising star. Whatever it is, it can't be touched. Somebody's parents could be raggedy. They could be good parents, or maybe they paid somebody to do something. Doesn't matter. Robbery, burglary, embezzlement, larceny. Somebody tried to corrupt, coerce, bribe somebody into doing something. This could also be energy as well. Take it as it resonates, whatever it is. The shit is backfiring. I cannot make it up. Look at you. In the middle of all of the chaos for somebody else's mind, you're renting space in their mind, and this is how they see you ascending. This is how they see you. They can't help but see you this way after trying to create some type of chaos. So this could be causing a little inner chaos and confusion because you're ascending. Look at you. Look at how you are connected to Gaia. Look at all the translucent colors by way of your transformation, rebirth, and upgrade because of unconditional love. Okay, this could be you loving your children. This could be you imagining the mother that you wish you had, the father, or maybe you had a good mother, or maybe you're imagining this is you nurturing your inner child. There's so many different beautiful variations. Unconditional love. But somebody, you put conditions on your love. You said, I'm going to take my love back under these conditions because you're malignant. covert narcissist. Like, get your dumb ass up out of here. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Uh, entrapment, setup, stand here, quagmire. Whoa, there's an SAT word I'm not familiar with. Okay. Quagmire. Whoa, okay. Well, let's do it. That's a word I've never heard in my life, but I'll find out. Stand here. So somebody's trying to set you up. Somebody got trap doors in the middle of something. Maybe this was supposed to be mental. Maybe you were supposed to take a bait or take the bait. Because with trying to convince somebody to come towards you, I feel like you were supposed to fall for something and you didn't. Somebody they sent in to do something. Hey, go over there, say this, and get them to do this, and you never showed up to play your part. You said this is something I can skip. I feel like that's what that is. Quagmire. Whoa, I'm really excited to know the real true meaning. I'm sure it has something to do with trickery. Hold on, quagmire. Shout out to the people that know what this means. Like, this is one for the books. Quagmire. I love the way we're being educated. Shout out to the creator, intuitive mother freaking Kev. Like, you putting us through school, honey. This is beautiful. Quagmire, a soft, boggy area of land that gives way under the foot. So, like a trap door. Sneaky little bastards out here trying to create quagmires. You quagmiring, and we are sending a soggy, boggy area. So kind of like something that's like, oh, stand here. And it's a trap door. Somebody wants something to give way under your feet. Somebody wants to shake up your foundation. Bitch, I know you lied. You freaking quagmire ass bastard. Oh, they should have never gave you that word. This person is guilty of trying to implement a quagmire illusion with your raggedy bastard ass. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Yeah. You're secure though. You're secure. Yeah, look, in the reverse. This says player, non-committal, community cup. What? It's in the reverse though. Player, non-committal, community cup. Child. Look at this person talking about call me. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Look how he holding the phone, pointing the finger. Somebody said call me. Hell no. Child, does the shirt say OPP? I know you lied. OFT. I don't know what that means, but whatever it is, it's a wrap. Okay. It was in the reverse though, so somebody don't want to be a player no more. They don't want to be a player no more. I don't want to be a player no more. I think I found someone I can live my life for. Somebody don't want to be a player no more because they went broke doing spell work and it's backgrounding them and they broke and you the final. Okay, it's a no. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Look at you sitting here with all this peace and harmony, all this good radiant energy, Pisces energy in the upright. A Pisces could be significant, or we're being called by the universe to tap into our Piscean energy, imaginative, sensitive, compassionate, kind, selfless, unworldly, intuitive, and sympathetic. Okay. Water is the element, planet Neptune. The colors are lavender and sea green. Metals, platinum and tin. Platinum and tin. Then we got Taurus. Patient and reliable, warm-hearted, loving, persistent, determined, placid, and security. So this is what we're tapping into. Okay. So you could be a fire sign, water sign, air sign. Be like, you know what? I'm tapping into all this Taurus energy. I'm going to be patient with myself, reliable with myself, warm-hearted with self, loving to self, persistent, insistent, intentional with self, determined and placid and securely loving myself first and foremost. Earth, grounded, metals, copper. Copper is a very protective element. The color green, yellow, orange. Certain colors, the planet is Venus, it represents love. Certain colors absolutely affect your mood. The lighting affects your mood. Okay? So making sure that when you're in a space, it looks the way you need it to look. Yeah, look. Oh, child, if this person don't get the hell up. Oh my God. So you got a dumb ass, bum ass, witchy ass sister out here? Okay, whatever. This says demonic. nefarious, diabolical, bondage. Somebody could be doing candle mass. It's your witchy ass sister. Okay, so this shit could go back a couple of lifetimes, but don't nobody give a damn. When that popped out, I almost called her a name that she wasn't. Okay, moving right along. Cancerian, okay? So we're being guided to go into our emotional, loving, intuitive, imaginative, shrewd, and cautious. These are kind reminders. Just remember that these are your elements within. You're all these planets within. This is your planetary alignment. Taurus is a planet aligned within. Where's the planet located? In your throat chakra area. Okay. And etc. The moon is the ruling planet. Green and blue and silver is the metal. Candle magic. May love, life, and finances be hexed and rest in an energy of lack, so be it. So somebody was trying to hex you with candle magic, and now this shit applies to them. Yeah, so be it. Return to sender. Let that shit get stuck to you with your raggedy ass. I love you, collective. This is the message. Yeah, chaos. It's a whole mess. You could have several people here. There's like a karmic feminine, whoever the Queen of Wands in the reverse is. You got parents that could have been involved or something like that. It's a lot. Whatever it is, unconditional love to yourself first and foremost. You got somebody wanting to come in and show you love. Somebody wants to be a rusty, dusty third wheel. They're quite comfortable being the third party situation. They love it. Somebody's like, I want to be in a situationship. And somebody wants to give you the Two of Cups, okay? Because they want a real relationship. And somebody's doing magic, paying the practitioner. They're in this victim, woe is me, what have I done? But they can't stop doing it. That don't make no sense. Oh, I'm sorry I'm there, but you still paying? Shut the hell up. Sorrow, grief, and sadness, okay? They don't know what to do. And every time they look up, when they find you online and screenshotting, you're in this hopeful, optimistic, energetic energy. You're coming off as a role model. You could absolutely be somebody that people look up to, young people, or maybe that's what you're being guided to do. Somebody absolutely pays somebody to come towards you. You didn't fall for it. Somebody's very superficial. Somebody's in the Five of Pentacles. They're a beggar. 9 times out of 10, they're a drunkard. Maybe they're a beggar. Maybe they're begging for money so they can go and be a drunkard. Maybe somebody needs some change so they can go get them a little taste, a little something to sip on, okay? Somebody doesn't want to drink. They want to drink. Somebody don't want to sip. They want to get drunk. It's like that. Somebody saying they're never wrong. There is a malignant narcissist, unfortunately, somewhere. I don't know, holding their breath. Maybe their forehead is wrinkled. Maybe their eyes are squinted. I don't know. Whatever it is, they're watching because you keep showing up to life. Quite optimistic. You're in your Virgo energy, victory and success. You keep winning. Something about your creativity, something about you being divinely protected. You got a partnership coming in here. This is beautiful. You got a gift. Something about a gift being in the reverse. Somebody doesn't want you to have something, but remember the other cards that came out, the Ace of Pentacles, is coming from the Most High. These mind games have backfired. Whole bunch of people that was trying to play around. Okay, you're some type of celestial extraterrestrial being. Somebody could be discussing this like this motherfucker ain't human, right? Something like that. Somebody could be like, how the hell? Because they put poison in your food and your cup, and you still alive, and you out here talking about so try loving love. They put poison in the cup, and you don't give a fudge. You're ascending. You're a celestial being. You're a celestial being. You're ascending. You're remembering the planet that you come from and that you just decided to visit planet Earth for just a moment to come and help. Creativity, okay? Something like that. Somebody's out here being promiscuous, community penis, community ass, community grass, whatever it is. Somebody needs to get grounded. Gifts in the reverse. Somebody didn't get what they thought. I feel like this is somebody that was trying to block your spiritual gift, trying to manipulate, the charlatan energy, deceptive, trickster, fraudulent energy. It's still people walking around, unfortunately, comfortable being uncomfortable. They like it. In this rejection, woe is me. They will give a sad story to anybody that will listen. Behind the scenes, they're really doing a lot of nasty stuff that's backfiring on them. This is an illusionist, okay? So somebody wants to come in and sell you some type of an illusion. The collective overall energy is we are crowning per usual. And that's just what it is. I love y'all. I do. I really enjoyed myself. If you enjoyed yourself, give this video a thumbs up, like, love, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all the super hugs and super loves and super chats. And I just love this, y'all. I do. I love being here. Please join me on my other platform. I mentioned it in the beginning of this video. Healing Lives with Positivity 24/7, 365. 365 and 24/7, where we obsessively, compulsively, deliberately, intentionally talk about all things that are good. It's just so good. So I love y'all, okay? I love you. I will see you in the next video. Until then, as always, peace be with you.